It's important to not just strive to have a wealthy life, but to do it ethically. My name is Paul Vasquez with Tax Lab, and you need to become an ethical millionaire. So, the ethics is just as important as the wealth. Why? Because you have to live with yourself afterwards. The point of wealth, what's the point? To have a happy, long, and prosperous life. That's the point to it. So if you lose that on the way to becoming wealthy, you've gained nothing at all. And oftentimes, if you're a good person at heart, if you have to do unethical things that you don't like who you've become in the process of gaining that wealth, then what's it all for? And oftentimes this has to largely do with you being willing to be pressured to do things. So there's two keys. Number one, you must do your best not to let anybody do anything unethical towards you. Because if we allow others, or we kind of just chalk it up to doing business, let others take advantage of us, do unethical things to us, then we're more likely to do that to others. It's just the price of business. So there's 1,000,001 ways to make money. There's so many different professions, so many different items being sold on the market that goes to show you that there are so many ways of providing value to society. And that's how you get wealthy in modern times ethically, is by providing value to other people. There's no real get rich quick scheme when it comes to becoming ethically wealthy. You have to do it using ethical means. And there's tons of them out there. Now, there are even ethical ways of becoming wealthy more quickly, but probably not as quick as robbing a bank. So the ethics helps you keep your money long term. If you don't feel good about how you got to that money, there's a chance you might even there's a higher chance that you're going to become self-destructive, that you're going to have those midlife crises where you lose everything. Here's a solution. Lose everything now. That means you've got to be willing and able to say, I would rather have nothing than to gain money unethically. You have to be that strong with yourself about it. And I'm not saying give all your money to me to rid yourself of that ill-gotten gains. No, do this. Put it all in investments. And now you can never earn out of your labor another dollar unless you do so ethically. What does that mean? In a way, you're kind of starting from ground zero without losing it all. Now you have to live off your investments. If your investments aren't good enough to provide you with that standard of living, that's your punishment for doing unethical things beyond maybe trying to give that money back to those people or actually undo the bad things. But while you're working on undoing those bad things, instead of just flushing your life down the drain, you want to be in a position where you can make amends for the ill-gotten gains that maybe you've gotten. So you want to be a good steward. Start right now being that good steward of your money. Put it all in the stock market in safe investments that give you a good rate of return. Hopefully it's enough to live off of. If not, guess what? That is part of your punishment. That is part of your punishment to make amends and then to go about earning enough to where you don't need to punish the future you. The future you didn't do the bad thing. It was the past you that did the bad thing. Now, you might be responsible for making up for their mistakes, but you don't have to punish the future you for the mistakes you've made in your past. You do need to try to make amends. And I would prescribe it's a lot better, instead of burning your life to the ground, put all that money in investments, live as close as you can off the interest, and then go through all the ways that you could redeem yourself, that you can pay back the gains that you've gotten along the way. You will feel better about yourself. You'll actually probably begin to love yourself again if you change your ways. Don't just change your ways, amend for those ill-gotten gains. The best way to avoid that pain is to never put yourself in a position where that's going to happen. You will be tested on your path to wealth. And in a way, isn't that kind of awesome? That you get opportunities to prove your mettle, to make those choices when presented, to do the right thing, the ethical thing. Now, if you're struggling with what the right thing is, that's a different conversation altogether. I think most of the time you probably know what it is. You're just trying to lie to yourself or manipulate yourself out of it. To lie to yourself, lie to others. You're usually the first one you take advantage of. You are the first person you take advantage of, that you deceive, that you lie to. For some reason, you think that the juice is going to be worth the squeeze when you do so with the dirty tool. It's not. Maybe it takes you longer to squeeze the orange by hand, but the juice will actually not be bitter. It will taste sweet, and you can live with yourself not just after, but along the way. You can actually love yourself, love your life, while getting wealthy if you commit to doing it ethically. Following this page may help. I'm going to keep trying and working hard to earn wealth in ethical ways. They're out there. So please don't think that the only way to wealth is unethically. It's not true. There are many ways to ethical wealth. Look at all the things that others have provided in our lives. A roof over your head, somebody had to build it. Food on the table, somebody had to harvest it, put it there. Are those evil things? Probably not. You can try to rationalize everything has some evil in it. I think, once again, you're trying to find a reason to make unethical decisions, to rationalize the lack of ethics. I think there are positive ethical things to do in this world that provide value to others. That's how you get it. You got to find something where your talent, your aptitudes match what can benefit others in a monetary way. So you can do it. I believe in you, and I wish you all the success. If you're looking for a great place that's outside the hustle and the bustle, the bad media, social media that's telling you to do the rotten things, go to taxlab.club. We're starting a club right there, a private social media place where you can come and work on the things that help you become an ethical millionaire. It's for the wealthy as well. If you've already gotten there, and maybe you're trying to get to multimillionaire, maybe you're trying to get to billionaire, that is a safe place, a safe space for the wealthy to hang out, or for those who have wealth-driven ideals that want to do it ethically. Tax Lab Club, hope to see you there.